Okay, so I've made a very similar video to this in the past very recently, but a lot of people didn't understand how it was better. So this video is going to clear things up for you guys. I know this video is going to cause quite a lot of controversy and arguments in the comments down below. If you do oppose me, then justify why you do so in the comment section, and I'll hopefully be there to answer them for you. Also, this video is based purely off opinions, facts, and some metaphors, so I completely understand why a lot of people's opinions may vary and differ to mine, and if so, I apologize that I am correct. Also, I wasn't sent by Turn 10 to say any of these things. I genuinely do mean the things I say from the bottom of my heart. Okay, now Ben, can you stop holding a gun to my head? I really want not. Okay, that was a joke. I'm not being held hostage. Oh, okay. Why do I bother with you? Okay, enjoy the video. Enjoy the video. Fuck me.
Oh, English, 800 castles in Mali. Just be very still, I ain't gonna hurt anybody.
With my Spanish girl, Valeria, super freaky, but she acting diva.
Ooh, jumping right into the deep end with a touchy subject, and why people say Horizon 3 is better. Alright, so Horizon 1 had a decent map, Horizon 2 had a bigger, more diverse map, and Horizon 3 had a huge, varied map with some insane places. Australia is such a huge place, so it meant Turn 10 could fit more explorative locations in the game, such as the infamous Outback, Gold Coast that I've actually spent a week in, the rainforest, and a place called Byron Bay. Don't get me wrong, this was an insane map, extremely diverse and perfect for a game such as Horizon. But as soon as Turn 10 announced the next game would be set in the UK, everybody assumed that it would be terrible, not to mention the map is the same size as Horizon Australia's map. Although many people assume that the UK is a very bland and a dull area where nothing interesting happens, Turn 10 did manage to make the map insanely interesting. We have some insane elevation changes, which there are a ton of in the UK. You can go way further into the water. There's a crazy abandoned airfield with jumps, stunts, and insane barrels and twisty roads for you to flip your whip. And the towns are very diverse too. We have Broadway, a very similar town to mine, quite wealthy, old-fashioned buildings, a lot of dirt tracks, and quite peaceful. Then we have Ambleside, a seaside town that's actually a recreation of the actual Ambleside in the UK. Boats, a lake, a very Brighton-esque town. And finally we have Edinburgh, a modern yet old-fashioned town, churches, castles, monuments, and some other very interesting features. In between all these towns we have a very large river and forest. Also a very accurate recreation of the British motorways, except less cars. Much less cars. And of course in the edges we have the beach, the mountains that you can actually climb. Yes, the mountains you can drive up. Remember when us Forza players used to complain about how there were mountains shown in Forza games but you can't get close to or even drive up them? Now we're actually given this feature and it's really fun as well, but we never credit or thank Forza for doing so. So if Forza are watching this, well done. You've done a very good job with the map.
And all she wants to do is tease a boy, that's why she give me neck kisses when I'm playing FIFA.
Seasons. A very Marmite thing. Very skeptical when I heard about this from E3. However, since playing the game for almost half a year, I can tell you that I have no idea how I didn't get bored of playing the other Horizon games, whilst those games were completely stuck in summer for the whole game. Honestly, seasons are a game changer. Makes the game a lot more submersive. There are even times that I'll be driving waiting for a certain season to come, except spring. Spring is a pagan. Summer is great because the vibes are good and the sun is almost always out. Autumn makes me feel warm and fuzzy, and the orange leaves and trees are just very nice. And the skies are amazing looking. And winter is amazing because you can slide your Corsa like MC Grinder. So seasons were this new feature that Horizon 4 added to attempt to make the game revolutionary, and I'd say they did a pretty good job at that. Then there are a bunch of critiques giving them shade for spending all their times focusing on seasons instead of quote unquote making the game better for players. I completely disagree with this. I have no idea how much time Turn 10 took to implement these seasons into the game, but I can tell you that it was well worth it. At least now we know that seasons are going to be continued onwards in the Horizon franchise, and that's very good. Anyways, don't get me wrong, sometimes seasons do get on my nerves, but this is only for making content on YouTube, so it wouldn't really ruin my experience if I was just a Horizon gamer. But for those people who complain a ton about seasons, Forza, if it was possible, could implement a little feature called sandbox or scenario mode, something similar to Rockstar Editor on GTA games where you can just choose what season you want, what weather you want. I think that'd be really cool, and it would definitely make a lot of Horizon players happy. I can promise you that.
My Latina, Angelina, Colombiana, come from Medellin.
Ooh, another touchy subject. Well, guess what? Touch it all you want, get your fingerprints right on this shit, man. I've seen a lot of people complain and say stuff like, oh, Toyota, Lexus and Mitsubishi aren't in the game, I'm not gonna buy it anymore. Well, guess what? Mitsubishi now are in the game and you can get the DLC for free. And I'm sorry, but who decides to not buy a game because two manufacturers decide not to be in the game? I mean, I'm a huge BMW and Audi fan, but I wouldn't be hating on Turn 10 for not including those brands in the game. Oh, and you know what the worst thing about this is? People complain to Forza about this. Forza tried to get these brands in, but the brands refused to be in the game. So if anybody should be getting shade for this, it's the brands, not Forza. But please don't harass them because of this, it's just completely unneeded. Car manufacturers such as Tesla and Rolls-Royce aren't in the game either, and people are giving them shit about that too. But when have you ever woken up and been like, oh, I really fancy driving my Rolls-Royce Dawn in Horizon 4. These brands in Forza were really fun, but it's not the end of the world because you can't drive a bloody Toyota Camry in the game. So the Supra, AE86, 2000 GT are great cars, but it's not worth complaining about because they're not in the game. Mate, Horizon 3 didn't have Volkswagens, yet we still played the game. Poor little camper van, not in the game, but we still played it, didn't we? We bought the game. Okay, this is turning into a little heated rant. Anyways, answer this. Does Horizon 3 have a 2400 horsepower Volvo lorry? Does Horizon 3 have the Unimog, same car used in Jurassic World? Does Horizon 3 have a submarine, a tribute car to Ayrton Senna, Ken Block's Hoonie truck, a huge Regalia monster truck, an Eldorado, E60 M5, 280 mph Mosler, an RTR Mustang, Ferrari FXX, a Mazda RX-7 FD3S, a Gallardo Performante Spider, a TVR Griffiths, a Kurz Baker Rhodes.
All she cares about is weed and sex. Half the time we ain't even speaking.
Don't get me wrong, customization in Horizon 4 isn't exactly perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than the previous games. We have wheel fitment options, a feature that was highly requested since Horizon 2. We have these insane Mad Max looking body kits that you can put onto your luxury SUVs, like a Bentayga or Lamborghini Urus. We have tons of new body kits for new and existing cars. We can paint different parts of our car's body or wheel to make it more unique for us players. We have drift suspension, making it a lot easier to chuck your car at ridiculous angles into a corner. Turn 10 have sunk the nail with one hit. Absolutely incredible customization in Horizon 4. One way I think they could improve customization in Horizon 4 is by bringing body kits from Forza Edition cars from Motorsport 7 and making them available on cars in Horizon 4. That would be insane, but I'm not sure that would be an easy job to do or not. But regardless if you're a Horizon 4 fan or not, you simply cannot say Horizon 3 has better customization because, well, factually proven it doesn't. Oh, and customization doesn't just apply for cars. Oh no, it doesn't. You can customize your character in this game too, unlike the previous game. Okay, yeah, you can't change up their face or hair, etc. But you can make them look fly as hell still. I mean, look at my fit. My guy's still looking fly as hell still. Come on. This character customization thing is such a small feature that is not talked about at all. But a little confession is that I do spend quite a lot of time in this menu to find the best fit. Okay, I'm sorry. I do like fashion. No, it's not gay to like fashion. Even if it is, shut up, you homophobic shit. Anyways, if you are into fashion, wheel spins are something you'd really like. We'll get into that later in the video.
That's an X5 or a 6-roll. I'll get it cocaine white like a gringo.
So this isn't much of a big deal, but it clearly shows how much effort Turn 10 have put into the game. Horizon 3's attention to detail was immense, so insane that YouTubers were just making videos showcasing them and how great it was. Horizon 4 is no exception, however. In fact, Horizon 4's attention to detail blows Horizon 3 out of the water. Drive your Countach or any car with a big wing fast enough, and you'll notice the wings start to shake almost as if it was broken. Rev your car or drive at high RPM, and the exhaust shakes like a female plesiotoid. The fact that the wooden and sometimes metal barriers and gates are destructible also shows the attention to detail, and we can all agree that it's a very useful feature. I'm sure Turn 10 put time and effort into so many car features too, but one which blew my mind was the fact that you can fly your drone to a window of a house and actually see the inside of the house, and it's all 3D modeled. Yes, this isn't something that affects gameplay, but you gotta give Turn 10 props for this. They could have easily just added curtains and made the windows all opaque, but this shows the level of detail that they're putting into their games, and believe it or not, little changes do make the biggest differences. Fact.
With my Spanish girl playing FIFA, Mas tequila, si señorita.
Horizon 3 didn't have these cars, but Horizon 4 did. With Forza Horizon 3, the only new cars you got were monthly DLC cars, and if we got lucky, we may get 1 or 2 cars in between those months. This was good, but Forza are adding weekly car pass cars now, and that's just brilliant. These cars aren't even bad cars. In fact, they're genuinely amazing cars, far better than what Horizon 3's DLC had to offer. They had legendary cars such as the Koenigsegg Agera RS, RX-7 FD3S, Ferrari FXX, GTC4 Lusso, Gallardo Performante, both Gymkhana 10 cars. Way too many, but we've never really been grateful for these cars we got, and that's really annoying to them. So if Turn 10 are watching, good job Turn 10, you've done us proud. Speaking on behalf of every Horizon 4 player here.
What's that only I'm I'm overseas, I'm in Beverly Hills, I might phone Janita.
Let's face it, Horizon 2 and Horizon 3's missions were pretty disappointing. It was festival upgrade, showcase event, festival upgrade, showcase event, etc. with the occasional street race. On Horizon 4, there are a ton of street races to do, hosted by man like Jay. There is a vast array of races you can take part in instead of the sprint race and circuit race method of Horizons 2 and 3. There were different people hosting different types of races, which was interesting. Oh, and my favorite thing, story missions. These are my favorite missions. You have Drift Club for drifting, the stunt missions that unlock the legendary demon, taxi driver missions which are insanely fun, and one I really like, La Race's video game recreation missions. Having these little side missions on top of the main races was a very smart thing Forza did, and it's far better than the mission system used on the previous Forza games. So we should really be thanking Forza for doing this instead of leaving us with the same system they used for the past 7 years. Always get to spice things up, hey.
Dinero's what I'm out to get, sombrero, I get hat and then I'm out again.
Horizon 3 only had a few characters we actually met. By that I meant Kira and Warren. That's it, literally 2 characters. But in Horizon 4, in the first scene you meet Kira and Rebecca, onwards you meet Alex, then Mike Steele, Joel, Jay, not to mention the characters of every single story mission too. Unfortunately, there's only 1 or 2 scenes where you actually get to see the character's personality, like where you meet Mike Steele and it shows him to be a very grumpy man who looks down upon you. I really wish Forza could carry on these close-up cutscenes and just add interactive cutscenes. That will be a big game changer and it will bring back the Horizon Colorado vibes from time. And I think that's also what Horizon is about. The sun, weather, beaches and cars are great, but the people you meet are important too. I mean, Kira, she has a nice accent. I would like her to interact with my character, not sexily, Jesus Christ. Maybe sexily.
The last ex that I had was a lighty, but the next ex that I get is a German.
Oh, would you look at that, another touchy subject. Wheelspins in Horizon 4 have mixed opinions. You either love them or hate them. I personally love them because of the variation of prizes you can get. I've always been bored of just being able to win cars or money. So the fact that Horizon 4 has character customization and horns means you can actually win them in these wheelspins. I know it sounds weird, but people do actually get excited when they win a horn. Here's a great example of this.
Yes! Yes!
Love that. The variation of prizes you can get is a very nice feature in Horizon 4. But what's better than winning 1 prize? 3 prizes. Horizon 4 has a slot machine style wheel spin where you can win 3 prizes. And these prizes are actually really good prizes too. Yes, you might win a hat you don't like or one you haven't heard of, but the money you can win from these are crazy. Enough to buy you a brand new house. Oh, and speaking of which, houses. You have houses in Horizon 4. Do you have houses in Horizon 3? No, you don't. Unless you're one of them roleplay people who park outside houses and pretend you own them. Oh wait, I do that in skits. Oh, I'm such a hypocrite. Alright, so to conclude this video off, well, I've just proven that Horizon 4 is better than Horizon 3, but seriously, for those people who still aren't convinced, here's a little explanation. Horizon 4 is like Horizon 3.0. Horizon 4 is work in progress. There's still one more expansion to come. We're constantly getting new cars and updates to make the game better. And I think we should praise Forza for doing this instead of giving them a hard time for putting months of effort into this game. Right, that's the end of the video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, make sure to share this video with friends and family, and I shall see you guys very soon. Until next time, cheers.
Sie pudert sich die Nase, ich pop eine Zanny. Checke frische Nudes auf meinem Handy. Rocke Gucci, Prada, Louis, Fendi. Pferdemädchen lesen gerne Wendy.